Hello and welcome. I'm Kerry Waring, and in today's video we're going to talk a little bit about soul agreements. This week over on my Facebook page, Soul Purpose Mediumship with Kerry Waring, we're actually focusing on soul agreements, and the information that I'm sharing is centered around this. And this came from the fact that the fans on my page, that's what they want to hear about. So I'm putting together this just short little video about what is a soul agreement to begin with. And firstly, I feel that there are two types of soul agreements. And the first one being the soul agreement you have with another person, another soul. And that exists when two souls come together, supporting one another with their original soul intention, determined before either of you incarnate in this life. The soul agreement forms a definitive part of your pre-birth plan. So you come together to help one another in some way to evolve, to play out your soul purpose in this life. Now, these soul agreements exist in many of our relationships, be it with our parents, our children, our partners, our friends, our work colleagues, just about any relationship that you may have. Although it's really important to say that not every relationship that you have, even some partnerships, exist because of a soul agreement. Certainly they are a big part of our life design, and we all have them. You know, they all form part of the lives that we live. And one of the things I want to share with you is the fact that the relationship soul agreement is probably the most common soul agreement that I come across. And we are all living those out in some way, whether we realise it or not. The other type of soul agreement is the one that we actually have with ourselves. Now, this is where we, depending on various aspects of our life, you know, whether we have a soul agreement perhaps with ourselves about money, about health, about our careers, and what it is we're here to do. There's a whole gamut of areas within our life that we may have a soul agreement with ourselves. Our spirituality, lots of different areas. Now, I guess one of the things to know here is that the purpose of that, again, is about our evolution. It's certainly something that is determined, again, before we incarnate when we are determining our pre-birth plan, and does make up our life design. It is there to enable your evolution, to help guide your directions in life, and to provide healing where it's needed, not just to yourself, but to others and to the world at large. And if I share with you one of my own soul agreements in this area, it'll give you an idea of the kind of thing that I'm talking about. And I've learned over the last couple of years that I actually have a soul agreement around money. And this came about because it was a challenge in my life. It was a struggle. It's a theme that is through my life, which is one of the indicators of a soul agreement, is that you'll see a theme throughout your life, right from when you are a child right through to now. It will always be. So money has always been something that has been a present issue in my life since childhood. So, and in the last couple of years, after going through all the law of attraction principles and clearing my blockages and changing my mindset and all those things that we are taught to do, eventually I cleared all of that around it and could see the truth of what was before me within my own soul. And part of that was a connection to an other life. And I say other life because my belief set around past lives and other lives is that they are simultaneous, happening all at the same, simultaneously, just in other time, in other dimensions and spaces. So for me, they're not chronological in order. So I use the phrase other life. Okay, so I became aware that I have an other life where there is a gentleman who is like a landholder, and I can see this is in a village, and I can feel him on a horse, and I can feel that he has people that live on his land. He takes rent from them, and they're poor people. And when they're not able to do that, he is bitterly cruel. You know, he is murderous even. And I'm pretty sure that what I would feel is the guilt of that life, you know, that the energy coming through from that life through to this life, holding me back in some way from it being okay to accept money and it being okay to have wealth. So there is part of me deeply on a soul level connected to that life. And the thing that I want to share with you about is the freedom that can be achieved by actually recognizing this soul agreement. So in recognizing this soul agreement, what I've been able to do is provide healing. I take on that energy willingly and know that in doing so, I serve not just my own life, but I'm serving the lives of all of those people in that other dimension, in that other life, by sending healing. By, in some way, through my own journey, I'm helping his awareness and his consciousness and sending love and healing to everyone that's affected by him. And then in another essence of that, I also felt that for me to almost not right his wrongs, but make a difference, it was important for me in this life to be conscious of giving back. So that when, so choosing that when I earn money to then give back in some way, whether it's through humanitarianism, charities, helping someone else that needs that. And I do that in a variety of different ways. You know, sometimes it's, you know, giving away my free coffee from my loyalty card to the next person behind me. Sometimes it's paying the toll for someone, the next person behind me. Other times it is making donation to charities. And so forth. And I'm still learning and finding my way through that. That's, some of it is all still quite new for me. But that's a soul agreement that I have connected to another life that is influencing this one. The difference too, though, to recognise is that I'm influencing that one by living with love and inspiration and sending that out there to that life and sending that energy. And by the choices I'm making a difference there as well, not just here for my own personal life. And so that's what I mean by when we're providing healing, and we don't often even know or will ever know how far that can go. So, so your soul agreements, yes, they are about the immediate people in your life. Yes, they are about the agreements you have to evolve your own soul with yourself. But they are so much more of that once you understand and live from a place where you know that you are spirit and that you are connected to all things throughout time and space. So I'll leave that with you. And thank you. And if you have any questions, by all means, please do make a comment where you see this video, and have a great week. Thank you.